she was like, tell me about it.
Okay, so here comes the first thing. You're going to go like this. Log 10 of x plus 2 equals 4, right? Okay, now turn it into exponential. So what do you have to do? Drop the log and make the switch. There you go. You see, you know the steps now. Drop the log, make the switch, just like yesterday on the test. 10 to the 4th power equals x plus 2. Okay. Now, how much is 10 to the 4th power? 10,000 is correct. That's 10,000. You can stick that in your calculator if you don't know, right? That equals x plus 2. So now what do? You subtract 2, and you get x is equal to how much? 9,998, is that right? There you go, 5 a.m. You get it. Okay, now we're stop the film. All right, so the log's by itself. I'm going to drop the log and make the switch, right? So I'm going to write down what? 7 to the third power equals 2 minus x. There we go. All right, now how much is 7 to the third power? 343. Okay, so we've got 343 equals 2 to the negative x, right? Okay, so now what? We subtract 2, subtract the 2, so we get 341 equals negative x, right? So then, and then we have to divide it by a negative or multiply by a negative, so x equals what? Negative 341. Hello, baby, there's the answer right there. You got it. Okay, so condense the log, right? This plus means times, so it becomes this. Log 3x times x plus 8, that's what you did on the test yesterday, equals 2. Okay, now what would you do next? Distribute the x, right? Okay, so log 3 of distribute x squared plus 8x equals 2, right? Okay, all right, now, is it in logarithmic form now? Yes. Okay, so now what do? Drop the log, make the switch. Okay, so go drop the log, right? Make the switch with all this, right? Like this. So you're going to write down what? 3 to the second power equals x squared plus 8x, right? Okay, now we're in quadratic form. So what do you have to do? Set it equal to 0. Okay, so 3 squared is how much? 9, obviously, right? Okay, so now we're going to do this. X squared plus 8x, and then subtract the 9 over, right? Okay, minus 9 equals 0, right? Okay, so now what do you have to do? Go factor it, right? So 0 equals x plus 9 times x minus 1, right? Okay, so how much does x equal?
X equals
Negative 9, or x equals how much? Positive 1. Okay, now there's what you think is the answer, but now what should you do if you're smart? Plug it back in. Okay, so now C is either of those extremes. And the answer is going to turn out, you're going to find out, yes. So which one do you think is going to be the extremes? The negative 9, right. Okay, you're going to find out that negative 9 gives you an error, right? This one, so cross through, that's extraneous, right? This is my only answer right there, x equals 1. Okay, so on this one, here's the thing. The logs aren't together yet, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract the log of x minus 2, okay, over here. The log of x minus 2, like this, right? So I'm going to get log of x minus 5 minus log of x minus 2, and that's going to equal 1. Okay, now can we combine the logs together? Yes. Okay, so subtraction means division. Okay, so now we're going to write down log of x minus 5 over x minus 2, right? And that equals the number 1, right? Okay, now is it in logarithmic form? Yes. Okay, so now what's the base of this log? 10, right. Okay, so here we go. Drop the log, make the switch. Now you see it's a huge switch. This thing, right, with this thing, right? So we're going to have what? 10 to the first power equals this, x minus 5 over x minus 2, right? That's all we get. Okay, now you guys know 10 to the first power is how much? 10. 10 to the first power is 10, right? Okay, oh my gosh, wait. I know what to do. Put a little 1 under here. And so proportion, and you cross multiply, right? So you get, right, 10 times x minus 2 equals x minus 5, right? And then you're going to distribute, right? So 10x minus 20 equals x minus 5. And then we're going to subtract the x over, 9x. Add the 20 over, 15. Divide by 9, and x will equal what? 15 ninths, which is equal to what? 5 thirds. Should be the answer. Oh gosh, I just threw a lot of right through the answer. That would do good. 5 thirds. Okay, all right, so then when you plug it back in, right, this is no good. This is an extraneous solution. So the answer is no solution. There you go. It's a real answer. Okay, we know that. See, we got the natural log of this thing and the natural log of this thing. So does it make sense if I just drop these off? I just write this down. 2x squared minus 3 equals 9x minus 13. The natural logs just drop off. Okay, now it's quadratic, right? So what do you have to do? Set it equal to 0. Okay, so that's equal to 2x squared minus 9xy plus 10 equals 0, right? Okay, and then you factor it, right? And we're not going to spend a lot of time on the factoring. You guys know how to do this. So it comes up to be 2x minus 5 equals x minus 2 equals 0. Okay? So then how much is x equal on this one? How much is x equal on this one? Yeah, the one on the right is 2, and the one on the left is 5 over 2, right? You add 5 and divide by 2, it's 5 halves. There you go, okay? All right, so there's the answers, maybe, right? So then you have to go and plug them back in and see if they're good answers, right? So when we condense, right, it's going to be log 2 of what? X times x plus 4, right? Okay. Divided by, right, x minus 2, right? And that all equals the number 4, right? That's what you had to do yesterday on the test. We get log 2 of x squared plus 4x over x minus 2, right? And that equals 4, right? Okay, so drop the log, make the switch with these two, right? You get 2 to the 4th power equals x squared plus 4x over x minus 2.
Then what else is there? I can't get sold to the film. It's too much. In 15 minutes, I'm going to make 2 films.